Welcome to Hi-Fi and Stage Dives, a SoCan licensed podcast coming to you weekly from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Each week, I talk about a song that's been stuck in your head at one point or another, or stuff you've never heard before. Welcome to this musical journey. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Hi-Fi and Stage Dives. Yes, we are listening to Stone Temple Pilots again, but I figured I was going to do something different. I figured to do an album review on their newest album, which is self-titled Stone Temple Pilots. I got this idea out of nowhere. I was like, well, what band should I do? And then I was listening to the new Stone Temple Pilots album, and I was like, you know what? I'll review the album, because I was like, holy shit, this is really good. I really like their new album, and their new singer and stuff like that. And I expressed that before on the episode that I did, so this is obviously a first, so I thought I'd give it a go. I was going to do another band, but instead, this is what tickled my fancy. So I got a little bit on the album, and I'll talk a little bit about their new singer and some little blah, blah, blahs that I got. Stone Temple Pilots is the 7th studio album from Stone Temple Pilots. It's their second consecutive self-titled album by the band and was released on March 16, 2018. The album is the first to feature new lead singer Jeff Gutt and is also the first album not to feature former lead singer Scott Weiland, who was fired from the band in 2013 and died in 2015. I will touch on Jeff Gutt and everything like that and where he's from and stuff like that, and it might ring some bells for some people. I feel like Chester Bennington it was because they did that one album, the Stone Temple Pilots, with Chester Bennington, so it was not just a Stone Temple Pilots album. So that's why they said to not feature Scott Weiland, and that's why that was in there. I thought I'd touch on that just to make sure. So the first single of the album was Meadow and was released on November 15, 2017. The second was Roll Me Under on January 31st, 2018, and to announce the album's release and the band's 2018 tour. A third single from the album, The Art of Letting Go, was released on February 22nd, 2018, and the fourth single, Never Enough, was released on March 8th, 2018. So let me touch on Meadow. So when I first heard that Stone Temple Pilots had found a new singer and Stone Temple Pilots were going to release a new album, I found the leaked video, and I was so beyond stoked and happy because he fit. That was the main thing for me, is that Jeff Gutt fit, and I was so goddamn happy to see somebody go in there and do what they needed. Don't get me wrong, the Chester version of everything was good. It just wasn't what I thought would have, like, it was a filler. That's the only way I can put it. It was a filler. 100% it was a filler. Chester did a decent job on the album and stuff like that, but for me, it really wasn't the best. I don't know how to explain that one. Chester was a good singer. Just he gave it that flavor. He gave it his Linkin Park flavor, I think, a little bit, or the Chester flavor. It worked. It was a good filler, but I don't think it was the best. So when I heard Jeff come on Meadow, I was like, holy shit. And then Roll Me Under came out, and I was like, this is great. The Art of Letting Go, I was just like, wow, because the Art of Letting Go is like actual singing, more of like a love ballad type song, slower, and him singing was fucking great, and I was beyond impressed and beyond happy with it. I'm glad they went with Jeff because he fits, and the reason why I think he fits is because has that flavor of he has the Scott Weiland flavor, but it's Jeff Gutt. That's the only way I can explain it. So what? Okay, what? Let me get through some stuff first here. I'll get through Jeff himself and little things about Jeff, and then we will. I'll talk some more about it. I got the new track names, and the album itself is 44 minutes and 46 seconds with Middle of Nowhere, Guilty, Meadow, Just a Lie, 6-8, Thought She'd Be Mine, Roll Me Under, Never Enough, The Art of Letting Go, Finest Hour, Good Shoes, and Red and Blues. Now, there was a Best Buy bonus tracks, apparently, for songs 13 and 14, already gone, and Forget Forever. I believe that's probably like a Best Buy CD exclusive. I tried finding it, and maybe I'm just blind, but I couldn't see it on Spotify. So, Mr. Jeff Gutt, Jeffrey Adam Gutt, born May 2nd, 1976, is an American musician, singer, songwriter, and is best known for his lead vocals on the band Stone Temple Pilots. Since November 2017, he is also the former lead singer of nu metal band Dry Cell. I think I went and checked them out, and it was like typical nu metal. It was okay, but Jeff's family resides in St. Clair County, located in southeast Michigan, throughout most of his childhood years, and he attended school in both Algonac and Marine City, graduating from Marine City in 1994. Gutt has appeared on 2 seasons of America's reality TV series, The X Factor. This is where I'm saying you might recognize him from, or maybe his voice sounds maybe a little familiar. His first appearance was in Season 2 in 2012 when he drew international acclaim for his heartfelt rendition of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. He did a good job on it. I'd suggest go check it out. Before being eliminated in the following boot camp episode. Then Jeff Gutt competed in Season 3 of X Factor USA, finishing 2nd place. In 2014, he was dubbed as one of the most influential X Factor USA contestants of all time by Fox Weekly. That in itself is pretty dope. Like, that's not a bad little thing to go off of. You just finished taking the name of being number 1 on something like that in not winning. That's pretty crazy. So good for him. So like I was saying, I was talking about their songs. Metal. I couldn't, like, if you listen to Metal now, I don't think you could really hear Chester singing it, because Chester is more of a screamer. He's more louder, and his voice is in a different tone too. He doesn't really hit those lows as well as Jeff Gutt, I don't think. Jeff has a lot more range than Chester does, because he hits those highs and he can still hit those lows. I don't know. I just like Jeff's voice fits, and it fits well. Like I said, it's that Scott Weiland feel, but the Jeff's voice, and it's got that groove, that old groove that Scott Weiland used to bring to it. I feel like when Chester was in with them, touring with them, and then they put out that EP, it was the songs were a lot faster paced, and not they weren't. I don't know. To me, it felt like it wasn't Stone Temple Pilots through and through. It was more of Chester's in it now, and he's going to add his flavor to it and his influences, which happens in a band, which is absolutely normal and supposed to happen. But I feel like he could have maybe, I don't know, slowed it down a little bit. It felt like it was rushed. To me, it felt rushed, but that's just me. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I'm super stoked overall on the album too. I gave it a good listen 3 or 4 times, and it brought me back to the old school Stone Temple Pilots when I first started listening to Stone Temple Pilots. So the reason why, like, Interstate Love Song, it gave me those feels again, and that's what I think what won me over on the whole thing with Jeff too, is that it gave me that feel that Stone Temple Pilots are back and they're gonna go on tour finally, and I'm finally gonna be able to see Stone Temple Pilots. Granted, it's not with Scott Weiland, but it's still gonna be Stone Temple Pilots, even though Scott's not around, unfortunately. But that's how it goes. I think even if Scott Weiland was still around and Jeff was there, I think it would still be pretty good. Not to the point where it would be like nobody wants to say that he's better than Scott, but I think he's a perfect, if this exact situation, this is a perfect replacement for Scott. Unfortunately, Scott's gone and Scott died, and that's how that goes. But Chester, unfortunately, he didn't have that groove. I don't think Chester's a good singer in his own, but I don't think he fit as well. Like, that's just, I mean, I said that already, but he just didn't have that feel. He just didn't have that Stone Temple Pilots feel. He didn't have the chill, like, they can go through these songs now and they can play jazzy little things, and with Chester, I felt they couldn't do that. So I'm glad that they did it with Chester, and Chester was just a filler, and that's all it really came to it. I mean, Chester's a good musician, but that's just how it goes. Again, I'm really glad that they did do it, because now I can actually, they're coming here. So every year we have this thing here that's put on by a radio station. It's called the Halloween Howler, and it's like it's one of the biggest Halloween parties, I'd say, in Alberta. Easily in Alberta, in our whole province. It is bonkers how crazy this thing is. Like, the first time I remember going in, the first time when I saw it was, so I walk in and there's a freaking Titanic in 3 pieces and an iceberg. Now, I'm not talking about, like, these were giant paper mache versions of this stuff. So, like, literally the size of a large SUV. So it was really nuts. But they're playing there. I'm going to try and get tickets, I think. I really would like to go, but I would like to see them in an actual concert setting, not in this giant party setting. So it can be a shit show. It won't be something that I can like really enjoy. But I don't know. We'll see. So hopefully I'll finally actually get to see Stone Temple Pilots. I had a chance to see them when they were here, like I said in the Stone Temple Pilots episode, but I was an idiot and I didn't go, and it was with Scott, and it was just before Scott got fired. So I was kind of pissy about that, but you win some, you lose some, and like I said, I gotta go see this. When I want to go see a show now, I'm gonna go see a show. So yeah. So that was. I think I'm gonna do this every once in a while, a little more often. I'll do a little album review instead of a whole a band review. It was great it was different. I know it's a little different than what you guys are used to, obviously, and what I do on the regular. But you know what? I liked it. It was cool. I hope you guys liked it too, because it was fun. It was simple. It wasn't really hard to do. So I'll be sure next time I do something like this, I'll get like all the breakdowns of everything with like the producers and stuff like that. So that was my version of a little album breakdown. So that was Stone Temple Pilots. Like I said, released March 16th, 2018. They were Home Fry Studios, Los Angeles, California. Bomb Shelter Studios in South Pasadena, California. Label Rhino, and they did it. And I believe it was still produced and everything like that by the DeLito brothers. So that was that. Be a little more in depth maybe next time. We'll see. So thank you again. Hope you enjoyed this little version of Hi-Fi and Stage Dives. Like I said, guys, if you need help, ask for it. If you see somebody that needs help, ask if they need it. I'm always here. Thank you again. Keep listening to music because it makes life that much better. And I will catch you on the flip side. Thank you again for listening to Hi-Fi and Stage Dives. It means the world to me. I'm glad you could come on this journey with me, and we'll keep doing it every week. Subscribe, rate, and review, all that good stuff, and keep listening to music because it only makes life better. And we'll see you on the flip side. Stay rad.